Hello, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to get into a handful of my favorite Pro Tools preferences in no particular order. These are things that I will normally go in and set immediately, especially on a new installation. I'll go in and set these preferences. So let's get right into it. In no particular order, I'm going to Preferences, and this time I'm going to the Processing tab. Automatically copy files on import. For some reason, this preference is not on by default. I always choose to select this. So any file that I import into this session will automatically be copied into the audio files folder of this session. So this kind of helps guarantee that all of my audio assets for this session live in this session folder, and that's kind of important. If you were to deliver this session somewhere else and it didn't have all the audio files, that would be a drag. So Setup menu, Preferences, Processing tab, automatically copy files on import should be enabled. Session backups, Setup menu, Preferences, Operation, Auto backup. Now this is a really important feature, and by default it's on, but it's set to 10 copies. Keep 10 most recent session backups and create one every 5 minutes. I will usually bump this down to 2 minutes or 3 minutes. You'd be surprised how much work you can do in 2 minutes time. That's a lot of editing. And I want to keep 200. Now this number could go way higher. You could put it up to 300, 500. I think the max is 999. The default is 10. That's way too small. And what this does is it creates a backup of your session document, in this case every 2 minutes, and it will keep up to 200 copies of that. To me, that's like time travel. I can go back in time to previous versions of this session. So if I look at my session folder, I'll go back out there, and here's my folder over here. Here's my session backups folder. It's creating a copy of my session every 2 minutes, 8:51, 8:53. Whoops, that's the other day. 35, 37, right? Every 2 minutes. So this is really handy. In the event that Pro Tools crashes, that shouldn't be crashing very often, but every once in a while it might, or the power goes out, the most work that you will lose is 2 minutes worth. And again, that's Setup menu, Preferences, Operation tab, and Auto backup. Set it to, I don't know, whatever number you want. 10 is just way too low. I would go 100 at least. I always set mine to 200, and then I create a copy every 2 minutes. Those files that it creates, by the way, are really small, so it's not like going to create a big, mess on your hard drive. Organize plugins by category and manufacturer. The default setting here is category, which is great. So if you're going to your plugins list, either on the tracks for real-time plugins or audio suite plugins, it will list them by EQs, by dynamics, by modulation, harmonic, etc. Which is great. I want to look at that way as well, but I'll add manufacturer to it. So if I click OK here and I go to insert a plugin, I will still see all those same categories, EQ, dynamics, but down below here, I'll see all of the companies, the software developers or the manufacturers, whatever you want to refer to it. So I know if I know it's a Waves plugin that I'm looking for, or if it's a universal audio plugin that I'm looking for, I can go right to that folder and kind of get to the plugin I'm looking for a little bit quicker. So Setup menu, Preferences, Display tab, organize plugin menus by category and manufacturer. I'll leave that one on. Oh shoot, I forgot one in display. UI theme, right? So if you're in a later version of Pro Tools, I'm running Pro Tools 2022.5, a May of 2022 release. You can change the UI between dark and classic mode if you prefer the traditional Pro Tools color scheme, or you can switch it to dark right in there. I like to use the dark one. All right, volume 2 of Preferences coming soon. Thanks for hanging out. See you soon.